off with a concept that I just more recently kind of took on, and that is, the head, heart, and soul, or, spiritual part of you concept, those three things, and how you need to work on them in your life in order to aspire to be better. For instance, when it comes to obviously the head, that's your logical, anything that has to do with your actual thinking, cognitive function that requires taking care of your brain too, and making sure you get what you need to keep your brain healthy as far as what you eat. Um, there's a lot to each one of these. But that's simplified kind of version. Then also the next one is the heart, and the heart, those are your feelings, and that means also how you feel physically and stuff. So health still plays into that as well. But you need to be able to master your feelings and things that you need to control in certain situations, or things that you need to let go of or use, or turn it into motivation. Like there's all areas in that. One of which I like to use an example for is lust, one that I've more recently tried to combat a lot more myself. And then we get to, the spiritual or the soul. That's, for me, in my experience, usually big epiphany moments, things that happen to you that you absolutely can't explain, like it came from somewhere else, or when you automatically know what to do regardless of the situation based on some kind of, like, you're not logically thinking about it, it's just reacting. I'm a anime fan, so like Ultra Instinct, if you're familiar with the term when it comes to Dragon Ball. So, with these three things, you need to continue to master them in your life, and they encompass everything. They are very broad, and it's going to take years and years to figure them all out. It definitely has for me, to a point. You're still learning. You're still constantly, changing and growing. And so it never really ends, but you can reach a point where your life can be so much better when you get to that point. The biggest thing for me starting out when it came to that was physical health. When it came to my brain and my body and exercise and everything like that. Uh, Personally, I do weightlifting. I used to be real light about it when I needed to lose weight. I used to weigh 245 pounds, and I dropped down to 170 eventually over, a long period of time. I think it was 2 years or something like that, not really getting crazy with it. And then I decided to amp it up